I mean, I don't care if you're playing an effing didgeridoo. If you're doing something original, though, and it's just not sounding like everybody else, because if you just sound like everybody else and the only thing I hear is I'm trying to make money as to here's something that I have on my mind that I'm trying to share, or here's something funny or something cool that I'd like to share. If all I hear is I'm trying to get somewhere and make some money, that doesn't interest me as a listener. And, it's nice and refreshing to see some people putting some heart in their art.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
How many songs can you really write about a pickup truck anyway?
Apparently a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't even honestly know that this genre that we're playing in existed before we started playing in it. We just kind of started playing, and it became what it is, and we started playing some shows with bands that become more similar to us. But, yeah, we noticed the same thing, that after a while, a lot of them just kind of look like they're trying to sound like the last guy.
They're afraid to do anything different because they know that the suits on Music Row are going to turn up their nose at them because they just want to keep driving. Now, here's something very interesting. I'm a DJ as my living. I mean, I don't make a living off this show, obviously, but I'm like a wedding DJ and corporate events and things like that. And so every couple of weeks, I get whatever that's appropriate to play from the top 40, overall top 40, but then I also get the top 20 in country. And I've noticed in the overall top 40, while Music Row is still cranking out the same old, there's only currently one country song that's even in the top 40, unless something changed in the last week since I've looked. That Luke Bryan song, Kick the Dust Up, was at number 36, and that was the only, and I even hesitate to call that country, but if we're going to go there, that's the only country song that was even in the top 40. Now, that a couple of years ago, there would have been a good maybe 10 country songs or so in the top 40. I mean, something's going on here. People are, I think people are having their fill of it.
I think it's a dying breed, and I'm so happy to see it go.
There's also a really big underground, like more aggressive, raw, kind of gritty, roots music scene that's going on that, has its roots in country, but it's not polished. But it's really growing. Everywhere we go, we find that, there are more and more bands kind of doing that and shying away from that corporate crap. Big crap.
I just don't know the S word and the F word. We avoid that one.
But yeah, I think the whole music industry is kind of on this weird downward spiral, to where people aren't wanting to deal with the same old thing anymore. It's not so bad to go out there and do it on your own now.
And speaking of doing it on your own, you released a 7-inch vinyl record.
Yes.
Why?
I'm a collector, I guess, of vinyl records. To me, it sounds better. It sounds good. It feels better. And I like exclusivity of some of the 7 inches that I've got that were very limited releases. Maybe some of them are autographed or only come with a specific patch, which is kind of like an underground punk rock thing. So I like how being part of an exclusive first batch is always kind of cool to me. So we wanted to limit it to only 100 copies and kind of make people feel the same way.
So people snatch those up?
Oh yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, they've been gone for a while now.
Oh, that's
and we will never reproduce that. It will be the way it is. We'll do more, but there'll never be that same one ever again.
I have quite a few 7 inches out myself from my days in the world of punk rock. I never told you that. I spent 16 years touring and recording in the world of punk rock.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Not that it has any bearing on this conversation. But
I think it does.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
It's a camaraderie.
If you looked at us, you would never see we would not look like the music we play in person.
Yeah. We all have black T-shirts on, and every single one of them's got a punk band on it.
So where can people find you? What's your website?
Gallowsbound.com.
There you go. So you see, never name anything that the .com's not available for. I keep telling people that. Everybody wants a willing to settle for a .net or a .biz or whatever. So I mean, that's smart.
If you're gonna go for it, go for the .com.
And we're on the Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Bandcamp.
And you can get all those links on your website as well. Okay, so you've got some upcoming shows. You're about to hit the road again. You're just doing a little short road trip right now, and then you're going to go out on a larger tour. I've got that right?
Yep, that's right. We're just doing Johnson City tomorrow night at the Hideaway and Sylva, North Carolina, a couple little gigs, and then the beginning of August we're going to be heading out. We're playing a Farmageddon Music Festival in Wisconsin and Blackout Barbecue in Detroit, and we're going to be running some shows in between then, and we're going to be going back out on tour in September as well. So,
you planning to come around the Nashville area anytime soon?
I'm sure we will eventually. Yeah, we just kind of we actually bussed in Nashville. What was it, a month ago?
Yeah, we were
at the end of May.
We were the only original music in Nashville that night on a Saturday night.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Well, were you down on busking on Broadway?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, then you were definitely the only original thing happening.
First bar we walked in, I got to hear a cover of Folsom Prison, and that was about enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, it's nothing but cover bands down on Broadway, and they pay. You're lucky if you get paid like $40 on Broadway on a busy night. It's just ridiculous. But those groups that do it, they pretty much work the tip jar.
That's terrible.
Yeah. That's Music City. Anyway, we're going to get out of here, and we're going to close with a song that I played on the last episode of Undercountry Music, and I actually closed the show with this one. If you care to hear that one, that's episode 169, although I don't know why you'd go back to episode 169 to hear it when we're about to effing play it for you right now. But this song's called Dominion Flowers, and maybe you could tell us a little bit about that.
I wrote this song in like a real bad place in my life, and about a friend who passed away, and about coming out of that. We actually got the guy who made the record, Doug Stanford, who's an amazing musician and amazing person. He played this crazy screwdriver guitar thing that he does and on it, and it sounds pretty crazy. So
enjoy that.
Yeah, enjoy.
Screwdriver guitar? You mean like the White Power Band Screwdriver?
No.
Like an actual screwdriver on his electric guitar.
I don't know what's scarier, the fact that I knew a White Power Band called Screwdriver, or that you recognize the White Power Band named Screwdriver.
We accept that it happened, and we try to just move past it.
If you've been around the world of punk rock for any amount of time, you've heard of the band Screwdriver. It just happens.
Yeah. And they're horrible, and they're terrible, and we're happy they're gone.
Yeah.
Nazi shouldn't drive.
Yes. Okay, so there's this screwdriver guitar. Let me get back to that. Okay, I'm not understanding how a screwdriver guitar works.
He takes his electric guitar, and he has a bunch of effect pedals, and he runs the screwdriver over the high E string up and down the neck, and it makes it's almost this crazy like wail.
It sounds like a wail, yeah. It's at the very end of the song. You have to listen for it.
Oh, he kind of uses it like a slide.
Yeah.
Similar, yeah.
But instead of sliding, he goes back and forth. It's pretty wild to watch.
Well, then we're going to get the heck on out of here. Gallows Bound, thank you so much for carving out an hour to sit here and yak with me and play some songs while you're on the road and sitting on a park bench.
Thank you, man.
Now, are you going to busk while you're there?
We were thinking about it.
It's hot. It's
Really hot. Yeah.
If I grab a beer first.
Well, Gallows Bound, thanks for hanging out with me. And you know how we send this show out every week?
How do we do it?
On the count of 3, we all say, stay under, stay country. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Ready. 1, 2, 3.
Stay under, stay country. We're out.
Oh, Dominion flowers, drink Virginia rain. And I'm going off to that spot where your last words were made. And when will that day come when I don't feel the blame? And who thought I'd be the one they'd never see again? Well, I went to the doorway, collapsed in the frame. And I hung my head low, and those flowers did the same. Like all that I needed was someone to say, boy, get your mind off those things you can't change. And I dug a grave, and inside I buried shame. But don't give me no comfort, no, I'll be just fine. And no sharing of words say you ain't got much time. Your breath came short and your eyes, they went blind. And that wave floated on me and I drowned beneath the tide. And I dug a grave, and inside I buried shame.
Listening to Undercountry Music with Neil Smith. Please visit undercountrymusic.com to listen, subscribe, and share. Thanks for listening.